Now the dog is here because I found him on the street this morning. No, they've been raised together. At the wilds next to Columbus Zoo, we have one of the largest cheetah breeding programs in the world. This animal here came from the wilds. Those of you might see this real quickly here because Busch Gardens took a lot of work today, everybody, to show you this video here, or to show you this camera. I don't know horse if we can focus on his toes here, the claws. If you can see this on the screen, I cannot see your screen. What you're going to see, everyone, very few people in the world have seen this. It's the only cat in the world with non-retractable claws. The only cat in the world with non-retractable claws. Look at that. Your cat at home retracts his claws. Why is that? Because it has speed. Look at the cat. If you see the cheetah here in a second, if you look at his face here, you're going to notice something. He sees something back there, probably a bird. You got to remember something. This is new to him. This is all new, what's going on around here. You'll notice his eyes, right? Right now, if you had a child, which we hope nobody's walking around right now, if you can stay seated, if you put a child way back there, a rabbit, he would spot it 2 miles away. Remember, a cheetah goes 70 miles an hour. They usually have 2 to 4 cubs. Very rarely will 4 ever survive. 3, yes, 2, usually they will. The cheetah cubs will stay with her up to 4 years. She has to teach them how to hunt. When the cheetah does make its first hit during a hunt, during a kill, so to speak, the animal, 70% of the time, the animal gets away. When the cheetah does make a hit and can finally get the animal down, it's about a 10-minute process. But you know what happens then? What happens then is vultures will circle over the kill immediately in Africa. So lions and hyenas who are sleeping go over and take the food from the cheetah. Also, lions have been known to eat the cheetah. This animal has a tough time. And thanks to Busch Gardens here and all these parks involved with the Busch companies, all this stuff, the SeaWorld, they are very responsible for helping us, along with Columbus Zoo and others, saving this animal from extinction. Also, if you ever go to Egypt, I hope you go to Egypt someday, on the inside of the pyramids, in Egypt, the cheetah is drawn there on the inside perfectly. But the sad thing is, the cheetah is totally extinct in northern Africa. 2,000 miles south of Egypt. It would go through Egypt from the very top down to 2,000 miles. When the equator goes through Kenya, that's where you start seeing the cheetah. Tanzania, Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, South Africa. This animal, look at it closely. When you go home today and you're going 65 on the interstate, you're going 65, think of a cheetah passing you. That's the only way I can explain it to you. Because Horace will tell you, it takes us not 1, not 2, but 3 cameras to even begin to film a cheetah on a hunt. It's like an explosion when they run. I don't care how many animals you've seen. Every time I see this, folks, and I've seen it thousands of times in my speeches, I get chills. You think I'm corny, but to be this close to the world's fastest land mammal. Now you're going to ask me a question. Is this animal, Mr. Hanna, what would happen if you're in the wild and you came across a cheetah? Let's say you're by yourself or with a person. If I came across a cheetah, I would not be worried. But if I started running, I'd be real worried. Now, if there was lions out there hunting, or tigers, or whatever country it is, big cats like that, yes, you can email home and say goodbye. But with this animal here, it's not an animal. You just sit there like this, you do not run, you look at it, she'll continue on her hunt. But they're a beautiful animal, everyone. And by the way, you have the cheetah run over there, right, Rob? The cheetah run. One of only about 6 in this country. Have y'all been over there cheetah run yet?
Yes.
Have you seen that cheetah run? Would you run from a cheetah? I hope you wouldn't. Anyway, make sure you get there. I guess you're running today. They're running them today? So make sure you don't miss this cheetah habitat here. It's phenomenal as well. So I want to thank Susie, all the people, folks at Columbus Zoo. We'll keep it real quiet here for a second, and then we'll get the cheetah to go back where he belongs. He lives in a 10,000-acre compound outside of Columbus. Now, sometimes he likes to rest, okay? And one thing you don't do is tell the cheetah what to do. So if we had to sit here, and if you have to go to the bathroom, if you go to the bathroom at 70 miles an hour, help yourself. But see there, you see the roller coaster? He loves the roller coaster. Those people only knew. See, you understand what's happening now. He's so fascinated by all this. Isn't it amazing? So what you're seeing here is something we don't see very often. He likes to check everything out, especially all the people walking, because usually in our speeches, no one's allowed to walk. But remember, he has to go through me to get to you. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So here we go. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Moya, that's a good cat. Everyone, this cheetah, by the way, was usually on her first litter, she had 4, okay? We knew when she was due. There was a bad storm in Ohio. She had them 4 weeks early. Again, on a cheetah's first birth, she will usually either consume or destroy her first litter. We got there not in time to save 2, but that was one of the ones we did save. So we use this as an ambassador right now. But she goes to a breeding program here 2 to 3 days from now in Ohio as well. But don't miss the cheetah experience here. Now this looks like a beautiful animal with a nice haircut. This is amazing. This is the African porcupine. Now a lot of you are saying, oh, that's just an African porcupine. I've only seen this animal, folks, one time in the wild in Zimbabwe. They're nocturnal. That animal is not full grown. This animal gets to be twice, the one I saw gets to be twice that big. You see these quills here? Those, see how she brings them up when I approach her? That's what she does. And a lion or hyena to approach her, she brings those things out like a big peacock and rattles them to tell the lion or hyena to stay away. This is an African porcupine. They do not have barbs on their quills, all right? Those quills are used for knitting needles, weapons, by the way, all sorts of blowguns. This animal is very important to the people that live in Africa, where this animal exists. People, by the way, do eat the porcupine, even in this country. Ooh. There are 3 porcupines. The North American porcupine, the South American prehensile porcupine, which is very small like a possum with quills, and you have the biggest one, the African porcupine. Not many people ever get to see one of these animals. Trust me, I've only seen one in the wild, and now at the zoological parks, because they're very good educational animals, we now use them. Again, they do not throw their quills. You touch that quill, it will come out of the animal, and it will be in your hand. A lion or a hyena can pull them out with their paw. A North American porcupine, when it hits a cougar or a coyote or a wolf, and that porcupine gets in the animal's face or feet, they usually will die from infection. Because a porcupine in this country, to pull that quill out is virtually impossible. It's got a hook on the end of it that you can't even see with the naked eye. That's the difference in the porcupines. So thank you so much for bringing an animal that I'm just always fascinated with. I love the color of this animal too. Let's hear it for Prickly the porcupine. I know I'm probably giving you too much information.